Carole Lombard remains one of the most captivating and beloved actresses of Hollywood's golden age. Known for her sparkling wit, remarkable comedic timing, and effortless charm, she was the queen of screwball comedies and one of the brightest stars of the 1930s. But behind the glamour and success lies one of Hollywood's most tragic and mysterious stories, the shocking events surrounding her final days. For decades, fans have wondered what really happened to Carole Lombard. Now, after new accounts and long-buried details have resurfaced, we finally have a clearer picture. In January 1942, at the height of World War II, Lombard had just completed a passionate war bond tour. She wasn't just participating, she was leading the charge. Carole had raised millions of dollars in record time, using her fame and unstoppable energy to support the country when it needed her most. After days of intense campaigning, she was exhausted, but determined to return home to her husband, Clark Gable, who was anxiously awaiting her arrival. The government initially suggested she return by train for safety reasons, but Lombard insisted on flying, eager to get home faster. It was a decision that would change history. On the night of January 16, 1942, Carole boarded Transcontinental and Western Airlines Flight 3. What happened afterward has long been clouded by confusion, speculation, and unanswered questions. Eyewitnesses, investigators, and historians have pieced together the final moments of the doomed flight. Shortly after takeoff, the plane veered off course. The flight crew, dealing with outdated navigational beacons and misleading signals in the darkness, unknowingly steered toward the mountains near Las Vegas. At approximately 7:20 p.m., the plane crashed into the steep cliffs of Potosi Mountain, killing all 22 people on board, including Carole, her mother, and government officials accompanying the tour. For years, the tragedy raised troubling questions. Was it pilot error? A mechanical failure? Wartime sabotage? A classified government mission gone wrong? Newly revisited documents and expert analysis suggest the answer is far less mysterious but no less heartbreaking. Investigators now believe a combination of factors led to the crash: outdated navigational charts that didn't account for restricted wartime airspace, a beacon system that misdirected pilots, and limited visibility. In short, the crew believed they were following the correct course, but the tools they relied on tragically failed them. What makes the story even more emotional is the impact it had on Clark Gable. Friends say the loss nearly destroyed him. Racked with grief and guilt, Gable blamed himself for not insisting she take the train. Within months, he enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Forces and threw himself into dangerous combat missions, widely seen as his attempt to cope with his overwhelming sorrow. Even today, visitors climb Potosi Mountain to pay tribute to Carole Lombard, leaving flowers, letters, and mementos. Her legacy is not only her iconic film career, but also her patriotism and bravery. She was Hollywood royalty, yet she spent her last days serving her country. Now that more details have been brought to light, one thing is clear. Carole Lombard's final chapter was not defined by mystery or scandal, but by courage, dedication, and tragic circumstance. And her memory continues to shine just as brightly as the star she once was.